What if I told you the biggest thing holding you back isn't failure? It isn't lack of talent. It isn't bad luck. It's your inability to make a decision. You spend hours thinking, what if I choose the wrong career? What if this relationship doesn't work? What if people judge me? What if I fail? And while you're trapped inside your own mind, life quietly moves on without you. The Stoics warned us about this nearly 2,000 years ago. They understood that overthinking doesn't protect you, it imprisons you. Hello everyone and welcome back to Wisdom Unbounding. Today I'm going to share 7 timeless Stoic principles that will help you stop overthinking, make better decisions, and finally reclaim peace of mind. Rule 1. You don't need perfect certainty. Most people don't delay because they lack information. They delay because they want certainty. They want guarantees. A guarantee they'll succeed. A guarantee they won't regret it. A guarantee they won't look foolish. But life has never offered guarantees. You don't control outcomes. You only control your choices. Imagine standing at a crossroads. One road may lead to success. The other may lead to failure. You cannot know. The only mistake is refusing to walk. Overthinking begins when you demand certainty. Wisdom begins when you accept uncertainty. Rule 2. Your mind is lying to you. Have you noticed what your mind does before every important decision? It creates imaginary disasters. What if I embarrass myself? What if everyone laughs? What if I ruin my future? Most of these situations never happen. The Stoics called this suffering twice. First, you suffer in imagination. Then, if something actually happens, you suffer again. Think about how many sleepless nights you've had over problems that never arrived. Your mind is designed to detect danger, not truth. Don't believe every thought. Observe it, question it, then let it pass. Rule 3. Make decisions with reason, not emotion. Emotions are temporary. Fear fades, excitement fades, anger fades. But decisions made during emotional storms often leave permanent consequences. Imagine sending an angry message, quitting your job after one terrible day, ending a friendship because of one misunderstanding. The Stoics never said emotions were bad. They simply believed emotions should never become your leader. When emotions become loud, pause, take a walk, sleep on it, return when your mind becomes quiet. A calm mind makes wiser choices than an emotional one. Rule 4. Small decisions build a strong mind. Many people believe confidence comes first. The Stoics believe the opposite. Confidence comes after action. Every small decision you keep builds trust in yourself. Waking up when your alarm rings, going to the gym, reading 10 pages, keeping your promises. These decisions seem small, but together they create a person who no longer doubts themselves. Overthinking grows when you constantly break promises to yourself. Self-trust grows when your actions match your words. Stop waiting to feel confident. Act. Confidence follows. Rule 5. Accept that every decision has a cost. This is one lesson modern society rarely teaches. Every choice means losing another possibility. If you choose one career, you give up another. If you choose one city, you leave another behind. If you marry one person, you say goodbye to millions of other possibilities. This isn't tragedy, it's life. Overthinkers try to avoid loss. Wise people accept it. The Stoics understood that peace doesn't come from having every option. Peace comes from committing to one. Stop grieving the life you didn't choose. Build the life you did choose. Rule 6. The future doesn't deserve today's peace. Most overthinking is simply living in tomorrow. What if next year goes badly? What if 5 years from now I regret this? Meanwhile, today disappears. You have power over this moment. Not tomorrow, not next year, right now. Your future will always contain uncertainty, but today contains action. When your thoughts race toward tomorrow, bring them back. Ask yourself, what can I do today? One action beats 100 imaginary plans, every single time. Rule 7. Decisiveness is a muscle. Nobody is born decisive, it is trained. Every decision you avoid teaches your brain to avoid the next one. Every decision you make teaches your brain that uncertainty is survivable. The first decision feels difficult. The 100th feels natural. Don't obsess over making perfect decisions. Become someone who makes decisions, learns, adjusts, and keeps moving. Life rewards movement, not perfection. Remember, standing still is also a decision, and often the worst one. The greatest prison isn't made of steel, it's made of endless thoughts. Thoughts that tell you you're not ready. Thoughts that tell you to wait. Thoughts that promise you'll act tomorrow. But tomorrow has stolen more dreams than failure ever has. The Stoics leave us with one simple truth. You cannot control whether every decision is right, but you can control whether fear keeps making decisions for you. Your life doesn't change when you finally stop feeling afraid. Your life changes the moment you act despite the fear. So here's the question I want you to think about today. What decision have you been avoiding? Not because you don't know the answer, but because you're afraid of what might happen? Maybe it's time to stop asking, "What if I fail?" and start asking, "What if this decision becomes the beginning of the life I've always wanted?" Because clarity doesn't come before action. Clarity comes from action. Choose, move, adjust, grow, and remember. The obstacle isn't your decision. The obstacle is your fear of making one. If this message helped you see your own mind differently, leave a comment telling us which Stoic principle resonated with you the most. And if you want more timeless wisdom that helps you build discipline, confidence, and inner peace in today's chaotic world, subscribe to Wisdom Unbounding World. Until next time, stay calm, stay wise, and keep moving forward.